I'm just going to put. I can delete all the shot. Right, we are now recording. So if there's anything funny that's said in the next, however long,
now we're going to just dry up completely.
Yeah. And if I tell that joke again, I won't get that exact. I won't get that exact response.
No.
Yeah. But how far could we take it if we did doe week, deer? I was thinking a female deer, but you were thinking doe, Ray.
I've done deer. I did deer this week already.
Me, my favourite subject.
It's all about me.
Hey Tom, what are you doing wearing that top?
Important game this weekend, Stephen. Important game this weekend.
England.
But you're Welsh, Tom.
I'm not bloody Welsh. I'm wearing an England top.
Yeah. Just know this. Just know this as well, and you can tell your friend Eddie the same thing. Zamet is not English either.
He's English.
He's Welsh. He's
got like a Welsh granddad or something.
He was born in bloody Cardiff.
He plays for the Premiership.
So what? He plays for Gloucester.
Yeah, they're not doing very well at the moment at the bottom of the table.
Careful. There's some Gloucester fans who follow us. And you'd be happy with that, wouldn't you? Because they're your local rivals. Them and Bath and Bristol.
Bristol.
Anyway, back to the most important thing. There's a big game on the weekend. But before that, what's going on with us this week? Because I have no idea.
It's National Bread Week, Stephen.
Oh, yes. Now I remember. What are you doing,
Good
Lex?
job. We've got a master baker in our midst.
Which one's that?
Depends what you mean by master baker.
Master what?
Yeah.
Master
So
baker.
I'm gonna do brioche and bao buns.
Bao
buns.
Brioche. Stephen, you got any bread this week? You've got a little sourdough.
Yeah, I have. But I was also going to put an order in for some brioche from Lexi.
Lexi Bakers.
Yes. Lucy's got a birthday coming up, my wife.
Do you want baps or do you want a loaf?
Can you say baps without laughing? Nice baps.
Thanks. They're all my own.
Lucy, having been and dragged up on a council estate, she wants burger for her 40th. I said, I'll cook you anything. What does she want? Chicken burger.
Chicken burger.
Southern fried chicken burger.
What day is this?
What day is what?
Her burger. Her burger day.
I mean, this has got so many multiple connotations going on with it now.
It's the 3rd of March. Anyway, we can talk about that offline because let's get back to bread. You're
okay.
gonna and bao buns because I'd love to see what your recipe is for bao buns because there's loads. They're quite simple. There's not a lot in there, but different people use different things.
Well,
do you know what you can
be vegan?
Right. Okay. Go on, then. Talk us through that. How do you do that?
You just don't put the milk in, or you replace it with soy milk or oat milk. So, yeah, as you say, simple recipe. I've actually not made them before, so this will be my first time.
No, I can hold my hands up and say I've never made a bao bun. I've made a bao bun, but I've never made the bun for the bao bun.
I've made a bao bun, but it wasn't vegan. However, I can see the appeal. You could do a gluten-free vegan one. I wonder how that'd turn out.
Blimey, don't throw everything at me.
I can't touch gluten-free flour. The feeling makes me want to.
It's like cotton wool.
When they're at the pub, if we get an order for gluten-free fish and chips and I have to get the tub of gluten-free flour out of it, I've actually drawn the devil on top of it. Not because I'm on gluten-free flour. I just cannot stand the feel of gluten-free flour. Yeah. But hey, I mean, it serves a purpose.
It's because it's really fine, like corn flour.
Yeah, it's like sticking your hand in a bag of corn flour.
I know what you mean. It's like that.
It's worse. It's got that like silica feel to it. It's got like this.
It's a weird thing. My mother hates a certain thing, and if I do it now, and if she ever watches this video, she'll be cringing this.
No.
But corn flour has that same sort of. The hairs are standing up on the back of my neck, but the corn flour does the same thing. It's a weird sensation.
What about gluten-free pasta, Tom? You like
Yeah,
that?
that was fun, wasn't it?
Hey, was that? Wait, which do was that?
That was Salt Kitchen Swan first
Our swan
event.
song,
Yeah,
our umbrella
The
event.
biggie when we
our
cooked
secret
for,
event. Yeah, where I
yeah.
had to make
Well, we-
gluten-free
we can
pasta.
tell people. We can tell people. We cooked for Rihanna. We cooked for Rihanna, and she loved it. She wanted a lamb murdered, but
And spicy, very
And
spicy.
spicy.
and as a
Not nice.
Welshman, I took umbrage to the fact. In the end, I just said, Tom, she wants to cook anymore. She's not having it.
I've never actually seen Stephen so angry, stood in front of a frying pan with his piece of lamb, just watching it go from this sort of being a nice cannon, just going.
We can actually say that we cook for Rihanna. However, we don't want to criticize the fact that we cook for her and her tastes, do we? She's got
No.
a big following on Instagram. We could do with some of them.
Exactly. He was very nice.
Well, and you know what? I really enjoyed that. It was such a challenge because you know what we're like. We like to burn the candle at both ends, don't we? And enjoy our time together because we don't get together as often as we'd like. Particularly right now. I mean, it's this is it.
I have
got
to admit, that
digital
was probably one
versions
of
of
the
you.
first times that I didn't fancy a beer after doing something. 3 days, no sleep, got back to a house in Hazelmere. I had to get up for work the next morning, be at the pub for 12 the next day, and it was sort of like 3 o'clock in the morning at that point. And you guys were like, oh, I should have a beer now. And normally I'd be like, beer. And I was like, oh,
Can
I'll
you just
try
rewind
one.
that, Tom? Can
What's
you just
that?
say that again? Can you just say that again? You didn't what?
I didn't want a beer.
It's a first time for everything.
I hope we've recorded that.
It is on record. I might actually have to just cut that little bit out for like.
For your followers.
So we have bread week. So we've got Lexi's doing bowel buns and brioche. Stephen's doing. We didn't see them? Sourdough. And I'm just going to do a basic cob loaf because I'm basic. So that's fine by me.
Do
You
you know
can
what
cook
I
it on
did
the
on the
fire.
weekend?
I can't do it on fire because I destroyed the pizza oven the last, some few months ago. I'm rebuilding it and I haven't quite finished it yet. So the
Oh,
bread oven is out of action for bread week, unfortunately. But
I tell you what would be good, guys. We could add in, you know, what you can, you know, when you bake bread at home, there's nothing like it, but it never lasts as long because it's not full of all the additives, etc., that make bread stodgy and whatnot. So it's the best bread is your own. Is having an idea of what to do with the bread after, and like I'll never get through 500 or a kilo of sourdough, but making sure that you've got something to do. Like sourdough will keep a few days. Toast, but I tell you what I made on the weekend was panko crumb with it. Take the crust off, get them all blitzed up, bake them, and they went on my my Scotch eggs, and the crunch was unbelievable.
just on bread. Yes, so I was going to use. Tom, you're out of this world. I was going to use.
We can't see him though because I can't. Say something, Tom.
my head's gone. I'm coming back to Earth.
As long as
I was
England
gonna
are
use
out
my,
of this world.
I was going to use my baps, my brioche baps, for bread and butter pudding, but now
You
I'm
can't say it, can you? You can't say it without smirking.
I'm now going to send my baps to you.
Tom, did you say what
First
you were
class.
going to make?
I was going to make a cob loaf, but I might make some focaccia. I don't know yet. I'll make something bready.
Don't you love focaccia?
Focaccia, yeah. You have to be careful how you
Not
say
just-
focaccia.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The word focaccia.
Yeah, I think that's a good word. I mean, it gets a good reaction when you shout it loudly at the top of your
Or
voice.
fugasse. Fugasse is another good one.
Fugasse,
Really easy.
You say
Fugasse,
fugasse, I think
fuicat,
fugasse and migasse.
focaccia.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like ahead. So we're gonna do bread this week. Are we going to encourage people to ask us questions about bread and what our thoughts are? Or
Yeah, I
What's the
mean, they
idea?
can send as many questions as they want, and I'm sure I'm sure Alex will sit there and answer all of them for him because she's the. All right, I might do a couple. All right.
But you'll ask Alex the answer first.
Yeah, no, it would be on our WhatsApp group. Alex, someone's just asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I
it's
mean,
good.
obviously we
People
can.
should-
If people want to send anything in, then we can answer questions. Obviously, the recipes will be posted on our social media outlets, and hopefully moving forward, we'll have a page set up on our website so that all of the recipes that we do and share can be in one concise place, and you can go on there and find them.
One thing
Um,
we do love, guys, is seeing people's pictures of the stuff they've tried that we've shared.
Yeah.
So I think we encourage, let's try and encourage that. I want to see pictures of bread, failures or whatever. Just send them through, because we might be able to give you some advice on. Let's face it. I mean, bread-wise, we could all do with a bit of advice.
Will you be? Yeah, just call me and I'll tell you. Will you be posting your first? Will you be posting your first attempt or your second attempt?
No, it'll probably be fourth or fifth.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Do you know-
I'm not saying that my bread always comes out of the oven perfect.
Well, my sourdough starter is called Holly after the onboard computer on Red Dwarf, because it's so random that that I just decided you've got to name your if you do sourdough, you've got to name your starter.
Sally the sour
Yours-
star. Yeah.
Sally.
Mm.
Yours is Sally.
Mother
Mine
of
was
Sally.
Herman.
What's that?
Mine was Herman.
Herman.
Herman
Yeah.
the Merman.
Herman the
If
German.
if you're proving Sally, then overnight do you sing so Sally can wait, you knows it's too late.
You're gonna claim that's a Welsh
Rise, Sally, rise.
band. These
Rise,
are all
Sally,
Welsh
rise.
bands, by the way. Stephen will tell you.
No,
Oh, yeah,
that was
Commitments, it
the
was.
Commitments from Lexi. Rise,
Yep.
Sally, rise.
Rise, rise,
Boys.
Sally,
Any others?
rise.
Any other Sally connotations? Sally.
Mustang Sally.
Ah,
Yeah, but you've got to
Yeah.
change the word Mustang, haven't you? Sourdough Sally.
Come on, Stephen, get your piano out. It's
Slow
behind you
that
there.
Mustang down.
Your piano's sat there.
Get the old Joanna out.
The old Joanna.
Do you know? Every time I look at a piano, I always think of that night we did the Lord Lees.
Oh, what? And scared all the guests off.
No, I think it was we finished cooking around about 11, cleaned down.
Oh, our guests were happy. Some of the hotel
Well,
guests.
in fact,
weren't so
Alex
happy.
and I cleaned down. Tom, you were at the bar as soon as you finished plating up the last dish.
Probably, yeah.
and
which was halfway through.
yeah. I did my few bits for the main course and fucked all. Left.
you know me. I can't pass a piano. And before you know it, I'm playing. I opened the piano lid, and Tom goes, "He's going to play this," and I didn't play. It was what was it? He's going to play Bohemian Rhapsody, and I
Yeah.
didn't. I played. What did I play?
I can't remember.
Can't remember.
It was
Ask the guests at the hotel that night.
It
I remember.
must be love. Yeah, it must be love. And then everyone started singing, and of course, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. We woke up half the hotel guests,
Yeah.
and there were a few complaints coming in. With our friend, the barman, what's his name?
What, our Czech Republic friend?
Yeah,
Martin.
Martin.
Martin, that's it.
Good guy, Martin. Anyway, we
I
got
was
pretty
funny
battered that night.
I watched the video that you put together for my birthday the other day. And the only thing I remember was the piano tie and my hand coming through a door, which you'd shut me behind.
Yeah, and there was a lock on the fastener on the floor when it fastens to the skirting, so that the wind doesn't blow the door shut, and you were actually stuck inside. Difficult to describe, but yeah.
Is that 3 or
very,
4
very
o'clock in the
funny.
morning?
That
I
was
don't
getting
know.
on a bit.
It was too late.
There's also some
late.
video footage, Tom, of you saying, "Stephen, my eyes aren't working anymore."
That was that blimmin' Czech Republic wine we were drinking.
Yeah. Homebrew.
Yeah, I think it had antifreeze in it, didn't it?
It hurt my head the next day, I know that much. As I was walking around the hotel with a whole blimmin' filter coffee pot and my mug.
Anyway, guys, it's been absolutely brilliant to catch up with you again. I look forward to doing it in real time when we can have a few
Coffees.
waves.
Waves.
No, it's been really good. It's been good to just do something collectively together, and we'll continue doing them, and hopefully moving on we'll be able to do some live stuff as well, and you guys can engage with us live as we go and ask us questions and see what sort of things we're getting up to.
Yeah, and when Ireland win the rugby, I'll be wearing my Irish top.
Ireland? Who's Ireland? I didn't even know Ireland were in the Six Nations.
Neither did I.
They're not anymore.
No, we're not. We have Irish followers as well, so we have to be nice.
Yes,
to
well, they'll be the first to realise they've lost 2 games. Yes, and Wales are counting on England getting a player sent off.
Yeah, there'll be 2 red cards in that game. England down to 13 men.
Can I ask a genuine question? Why is Italy in the Six Nations?
It's actually a very hotly debated topic at the moment as to should they still be there.
Well, because of the European thing.
No, because obviously it started off as a 5 nations, but it was a 4 Was it the 4 nations originally back in the 1800s when you were alive, Stephen?
There's a well-known Italian phrase that explains it perfectly, Lexi, and that is "mi casa su casa." and now they're in the house. We can't get them out.
Can I just tell you one thing? Mi casa su casa is Spanish.
Fuck. I knew that.
Liv,
and I just
what would mi casa su casa be in Italian? What would mi casa su casa be in Italian?
I think it's the same.
Yeah, but what would it be in Italian?
I don't know. I don't speak Italian.
Yeah, but you speak Spanish, so surely you'd know what it was in Italian.
I think it's the same, guys. I think it's the same.
No, I don't think it is.
She said same thing.
I'm sure it is.
It's like that scene from Little Britain, isn't it? Margaret!
Casa mia, casa tua. That well-known phrase, casa mia, casa tua.
Yeah, because everyone's heard that one. That's over and out from us then, isn't it?
Yeah, lovely to see you guys.
Bye, guys.
See you later. Bye.
Catch you soon.
So guys, that's the first video done. If you like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like us on our Instagram and Facebook pages so you can keep up on the new content that's coming out.